All right, let's go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing this afternoon?
I think we're the last session between them and alcohol, Daniel.
Yes.
So we'll endeavor to be exciting to get you right home to a cocktail.
We're going to try and entertain you for the next 20 minutes. My name is Daniel Hidalgo, and I'm a product marketing manager focused on first-line workers. And I'm accompanied by my awesome customer PM, Kensington Schmidt, that's also focused on first line. This session is basically going to be focused on what does a modern workplace or a digital workplace look like for first line workers. We hear a lot about modern workplace, a lot of banners. We hear everybody talk about how we're enabling a modern workplace, but if we really want to stay true to our mission, we have to empower all workers. And that includes the ones that are part of the 80% of the global workforce, which are what we call first-line workers. These are often referred to as deskless workers, blue-collar workers, or front-line workers. And if we want to do digital transformation right, we need to look beyond headquarters and try to understand what does this actually look like and what do these workers need. Because quite frankly, they are the backbone of all industries, comprising 2.5 billion first-line workers in the globe. So that takes me to where do we find these workers? I took this to maybe map to the journey that we've all taken over here. We all took an airplane to get here. They are your flight attendants or your pilots. We are all staying at hotels. They are our housekeepers or the people that are doing check-ins and check-out. We all probably took an Uber or a bus to get here, and they are the people in the factory floor or those factory manufacturing workers that are doing that work. And we probably all got a little caffeinated to survive all of the sessions here at Ignite. And they are also the retail store associates. So that's what comprises the first line workforce, and that's what we're gonna focus on today. However, as I mentioned before, the first line workplace looks like our workplace looked like maybe 50 years ago. It is outdated, it is fragmented, and it's heavily complex. In fact, less than 25% of first-line workers indicate that they have the right technology to do their job. So it is a real pain point for them. And what we have focused on with Microsoft 365, if we think of M365 as the world's productivity cloud, we need to understand what are the pain points that these workers are experiencing, and then how can we map those with product features that are going to be simple, intuitive, and easy to use for them to be able to adopt at a larger scale. So that's what we've been focusing on in fulfilling first-line workers' technology needs with Microsoft 365 and having one system of engagement that connects to multiple systems of record, and that is by using Teams. But the Teams that we're going to show you today is definitely not like the Teams that you've seen around with information workers. It is a much simpler and easy to use experience, and my colleague Kensington is going to walk us through a demo of what that looks like. But I just wanted to emphasize that first-line workers have specific technology needs. They need to communicate and collaborate. They also need to access documents from time to time. And they also are heavily industry specific. What that means is that they need to access line of business applications that are sometimes complex, especially if they are on the go. So they need to be able to tap into those industry applications from time to time. And lastly, scheduling. Scheduling is a big issue for these hourly shift workers, and we have adopted capabilities within Teams that are going to make that much easier for them. So with that, I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to turn it over to Kensington, who is going to show us a demo of what that actually looks like in real life for first-line workers.
So before we completely flip over to mobile, where I'm going to demo the remainder of this session from my Android device, welcome to a new Microsoft, I'm going to first show you a lot of what I'm going to talk about is tailoring the experiences, starting really, really simple and growing that experience over time as you grow up with the solution, as your first line workers start to become more educated in the platform, as you build line of business applications that help enable their workflows on the platform. But I wanted to highlight to you exactly how I'm really going to do this in the real world. And it's all in the Teams admin console. Using app setup and app permission policies, you can actually create a customized experience for teams for first-line workers. There's a series of documentation that you can find on docs.microsoft.com called an admin quick start guide to first-line workers. I authored it. It's right there. That you can use to walk you through how to create the experiences I'm about to show you and some of the key decision points in this process. But with these user-based policies, you can create a very different experience. So if you, sir, are a cashier, you get one set of experiences. Maybe you, sir, are an inventory specialist, so you get a whole different set of experiences that we're going to enable with this user-based policy application. So let's flip over into mobile and get started. Yes, close all tabs.
There?
Click the button. There we go. So, one of the first things you'll notice, especially once the rest of this drops away, is that I have a very different version of Teams configured here for us today. This is a highly simplified, abstracted out version of Teams that I configured with that app setup policy and the Teams admin console that you saw there today. This is about as simple as you can make it. And if you have first-line workers, let me ask you, let me poll the room. How many of you have first-line workers today using consumer-grade apps we will not name to do their jobs every single day? If you are not raising your hand, you're not admitting it, because it's happening. Every single one of you, this is happening. These consumer-grade apps, text messaging, things like that, are because you haven't enabled this sort of chat-based experience. That means your data is outside of your control. It is outside of your security network. It is outside of your e-discovery policies. Doing a chat-only deployment of Teams allows you to bring them into the digital fold. It allows you to bring all that data back inside of your network where you can control it. You can do this in a weekend. Thousands and thousands and thousands of users in a weekend, because this is chat. And in fact, if you look at this, this is all the chatty goodness that you would imagine, you know, heads up, suspicious character. This is a colleague of mine. We've seen people use these chats to talk about you know, loss retention and known shoplifters, publishing that in a retail environment out to different employees. You've got the rich experiences that you would imagine, like the full range of emotions. You've also got read receipts coming soon to you all so that you'll know exactly who has read your messages and who hasn't. We have the ability, of course, to do all of the Giphies. A modern workforce requires, you know, the ability to communicate with every generation. And there are some of us, I am an elder millennial, there are some of us who can only seem to express ourselves in Giphy format. So we need to be able to enable that and arrange that right within the Teams format. Another thing you see is in shift handover procedures. A lot of times these shifts, they start at specific times, but not everyone is there for the stand-up that happens at 8 a.m. every morning, where the manager communicates information. And so what we've enabled is the ability to just use a little voice recording. So yeah, you could schedule a meeting, you could record that meeting, you could then like post that meeting, but that all takes a little bit of work. Pressing and holding this button to record what we are doing here today doesn't take any time whatsoever. And now this is a voice message that anybody can play when they come on shift to get the latest updates about what is happening today and that they need to be informed about. And I can just send it off just as quick as that. Another set of things that I wanted to take a look at and show you is that with this channels and chat interface, this user is actually in one team, and that's important. While you and I might be in a ton of teams, so many I can't even count, when it comes to a first-line worker, it's all about being able to onboard them and offboard them at scale quickly and efficiently. And so by enabling this chat and channels interface, we are allowing them to be in one team and one team only, but because of that simplicity, we're actually able to suppress the Teams button, and we've removed it from the bottom bar. But underneath the hood, they're still in a team. They still have all the rich access to a team. So if I hop into the general channel, you'll see that there's some information here about open enrollment beginning soon. You know, and this in fact is a new announcement. This is a new announcement type that can now be cross-posted to up to 50 channels simultaneously, enabling corporate communications to get information directly out to these users. But more than that, I can jump straight in and watch a video. Now this is a video that's mimicking something Satya does with us once a month, which is his Q&A, and so like, you know, executives getting their outreach, but this could easily be training. And what's really important about what you're seeing here is that while this is loading, thanks to demo Wi-Fi, is that it didn't pop out into stream. It didn't ask me to authenticate, even though this is a stream video. It's all self-contained within the Teams app. What we're bringing is the entire Office 365 suite and all of its rich feature set inside of Teams so that you have one application for these users to use every day that brings it all together. They don't have to install 17 different apps on a personal mobile device or on a shared corporate device that you provide. But with this same set of things, I can go and I can play this video because this is stream. And now all stream videos uploaded and stream in 8 different languages will get automatic translation and transcription. So when I do this, I get that automatic transcript, and I'm able to then search that transcript to jump directly in the video to exactly where I want to be, to get exactly to the training I want to get to. So that I can, so I don't have to watch the 45-minute video on how to do the monthly maintenance on a particular machine. I can just go straight there. All right, I will move on. So, okay. I was just making sure you were all awake. So we're going to actually grow this experience up. I told you this was probably the most simple version of Teams we could do, but we're going to start to get fancy. You ready to get fancy? So I'm going to use this little edit button to do this on the fly. In the real world, you would go and you would do this with app setup policies and app permission policies that I showed you before. So I'm going to go do this. I'm going to grow it up first by adding shifts. In January of last year, we launched a lightweight workforce management solution for first-line workers called Shifts. And within that, you have the ability to schedule shifts, swap shifts, offer shifts up, all completely within an access always available to the first-line workers, always up to date. If you talk to these guys, if you don't know how they get their schedule, most of the time it is, well, I know every Friday the new schedule is posted, so I have to physically go somewhere, walk into the back room, and take a picture of a wall. And on that wall is the wall calendar of when I am supposed to work. But the second I've taken that picture, it is now obsolete. Because life happens. Because people get hired, people get fired, people swap shifts, and so now there's Sharpie on the wall calendar, and there's whiteout on the wall calendar. And so actually just knowing when I'm able to work is critically important. When I get too excited, the shake and send feature activates. I gotta be careful. Okay, so when you go, and here you can actually go and swap these shifts. So you'll see within a shift, I have details on the different shift notes. These are all entered by a manager when they go to create the schedule. And there's also notes that you can enter on the shift itself, so that you can have specific notes to the user about these specific shifts. But I can easily swap this by swapping it with Alex, and I can give a reason. I can tell you, I know why I can't work this one. I can't work this one because my kid just made it to the playoffs in a soccer game, and I want to be a good parent, so I got to show up. So now I can't work this shift. And so I just say that there's a soccer game, and I send it off. What this actually does in the background is it will go and, sorry. What this does in the background is it will route first to Alex, ask him if he wants to accept this shift swap that I'm proposing, and then it will route to a manager for their approval, all automatically. But a lot of you, let me ask you, how many of you actually already have a workforce management solution for your first-line workers? Yes, we know. Don't worry, we got you too. So we created shifts for the place where you don't have, where maybe you're using Excel or a manager's brain to schedule things. But if you already have a sophisticated workforce management solution in place, the guys who've been in the market a long time, we have created a series of APIs that integrate shifts with the leading workforce management solutions of the world. So with these APIs, what you can actually do is kind of give shifts a lobotomy. You can take the little shift's brain out and replace it with the workforce management solution of choice. And so we have published to GitHub an integration with JDA. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be launching our integration with Kronos Workforce Central 8.0 and above. And this is a piece of middleware tech that connects you between those two systems and the shifts application. And so the manager creates the schedule, publishes the schedule in, say, for example, Chronos, and then the shifts just show up in shifts. All the first-line workers ever see is this lovely little shifts UI. They don't have any idea of what is going on in the background. But when you do these swaps, it all goes back to Chronos to make sure that these are valid swaps and into your system of record. So it takes the best of both worlds. As I said, we've written it for JDA and Chronos. All of that code will be on GitHub, so if you'd like another workforce management solution of choice, we've done more than half the work for you. Enjoy. It's code. Go build another one. And for the partners in the room, please build a practice around getting more integrations up and running. So with that, we also have time clocks. So not just the ability to take a look at your to take a look at your schedule, we also have the ability to clock in and clock out, now live within shifts. So with this capability, you can actually, there we go. Okay, you can actually clock in, and then you can go on break, because I want to go on break right after I clock in. And then you come off a break by pressing and holding. And then I just lost internet access because the demo gods hate me. Oh no. I don't know what's going on.
Well, given we only have about 3 or 4 minutes remaining, we can open it up to any questions that you may have.
Actually, there's a couple of things that I didn't get to show that at least I'd like to talk them through since my Wi-Fi died. So I was going to grow the experience up a couple more times. After shifts, one of the things we announced today is, or this week, is our integration with Power Apps. So you can now publish a Power App as a personal app in Teams, which means that when I was showing you those buttons on the bottom bar in mobile, you can embed a Power App now in mobile as a giant button, and maybe that is an inventory request form. Maybe that is a feedback form. Maybe that's something to do with what these first-line workers do every day, and you can start to embed these applications. So when I said before that you guys had two different you were the cashier, and I think you were an inventory specialist, you could now have 2 different Power Apps, and you could have 3 completely other Power Apps. And it's not just Power Apps. Anything written on the SharePoint framework, any Power Apps, any web-based application can be wrapped and published as an app in Teams, and now surfaced through app setup policy on a user-based level and given out to your employees. So you can bring your intranet right inside of Teams if you want to, if you've already deployed intranet solutions. We also now have the Yammer app built inside of Teams, so you can really create that one single hub app experience, that customized employee app for these first-line workers. It all does work if Wi-Fi works. Shifts is not available right now on the government side. A lot of the app setup policies that I just showed you are. So you can get started with the chat-only experience that I just showed you how to do right now. And when Shifts eventually lands, you can turn that on too. People have gotten very, very used to, ooh, my app updated, and all of a sudden there's a new button. Let me go press that button and see what it does. So it makes it a lot easier to train this population. We also announced, and there's some sessions happening later this week in partnership with our Azure Active Directory friends, 3 major innovations in the identity space when it comes to first-line workers. One of them is SMS sign-in. So you can now authenticate to Teams by using your cell phone number, and it will text you a one-time use code, and then with that one-time use code, that becomes your password, and you're off to the races. You never have to remember a username or a password ever as a first-line worker if you don't want to. You can even use that to sign in to shared devices. The auth goes to your personal device.
Hope this gave you a sneak peek into what modern workplace looks like for first-line workers, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any additional questions. Thank you for your time.